This factory appeared to be manufacturing soccer balls on the surface, but it was actually an underground black market trafficking children. And this man discovered that his child was inside this very factory. Just then, a van pulled up downstairs and took the child away. Nick immediately gave chase. Just as he was about to reach the child, a hitman suddenly blocked his path and launched an all-out attack on him. Fortunately, Nick was an exceptional driver and managed to shake off the assassin before long. But during this delay, the girl had already been wheeled into the operating room. The doctor was sterilizing the equipment, preparing to remove the girl's heart. Nick ran like hell and finally arrived at the last moment. He furiously took out the criminals in the operating room. At that moment, he finally saw his daughter. He carefully picked up the girl and placed her in a small room. With trembling hands, he gently wiped her face. Nick then used his phone to contact Jenny, asking her to arrange a boat to smuggle them back to Korea. But just as Nick was about to leave, the crime syndicate had already tracked them down. However, for a top-tier assassin like Nick, these guys were no match. Nick quickly solved them all, but when Nick returned to the room, the gang leader was already waiting for him. Nick was knocked to the ground immediately. He begged the leader to let the child go, but the cold-blooded leader wouldn't change his mind. Nick tried to kill him in rage, but was knocked unconscious. When they took Nick to the garage, they didn't know Jenny was already lying in wait there. She rammed her car into their vehicle, then quickly went to untie Nick. But the leader had already left with the child. Nick chased after them, firing at the leader in fury. Then, he jumped directly into the car from the windshield. He locked his arms around the leader, and the two fought inside the vehicle until the car crashed to a stop. Nick took advantage of the leader's dazed state to quickly hand his daughter over to Jenny, telling her to get the child out of there immediately. But in the end, Nick fell under the leader's blade. He was exhausted, using his last bit of strength to keep his eyes on his daughter. With a massive explosion, Nick and the leader perished together. Jenny covered the child's ears and held her tightly, because she was Nick's deepest hope. In the end, Jenny found a passport and a large sum of money at the address Nick had left behind. From then on, she took the girl and lived a peaceful, happy life.